First published in August 2020, Shepherdess is a high-quality print magazine. It's for New Zealand women with a connection to the land and has a wide and growing readership.
It's really interesting for a magazine, to have such a broad readership base, right from 25 up to 65. We have quite a sort of not too uneven spread across those ages, which I understand for a
Mother of two and editor Christy McGregor fits producing the magazine around an already busy schedule. Less than 10 make up the core crew and there's no head office.
We're spread out, and the beauty of it is we're basically working from our kitchen tables, from homes right across the country. So we've got up in Mount Maunganui in Tauranga, Nelson, the Rangitikei.
The comprehensive list of provincial towns incorporates just about everywhere, including Manukau, near Wellington, where McGregor and her partner moved in 2014, switching farming life in Australia for dairy and beef farming in NZ. But New Zealand farm life was not what she'd imagined.
I'd met my partner in Longreach in Western Queensland, and he's a fifth generation here on the family dairy farm and beef farm, and came back for him to do the farm work, and he go out and work 14 hours a day, come home, fall asleep on the couch, or maybe have something to eat for dinner, fall asleep on the couch, and then pretty much repeat that the next day. And that was what farm life was like. And all these wonderful romantic ideas that you have of farm life, it wasn't really the case at all. It was actually pretty shit.
After talking to others, McGregor realised she wasn't alone. As an event organiser in Australia, thinking about ways to connect people was second nature.
The magazine became a tool to do that, rather than, I sort of never went, I want to go and create a magazine because I like the idea of making a magazine. It was more, what are ways we can pull people together and make them feel part of a community. And I hope people pick up the magazine and recognise people they know, or recognise places they know, some of those more rural, out of the way places. I hope that people feel a sense of familiarity when they pick it up. You can connect to something. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a actual conversation or a physical meeting, but something like a magazine provides a way to connect.
The magazine focuses on empowering and inspiring rural women, and while it costs a lot more to produce a physical product, it's an important part of their offering and popular with readers and industry alike. The latest accolade from the New Zealand magazine publishing industry.
Well, this cover is up for a finalist, best cover magazine for the year.
We really strive for a good quality product and beautiful design, and I think that's all part of the experience. Like when you sit down, you go to your letterbox, you pull out the magazine, and it's a time for you, probably the only time that you're going to have that day or that weekend or month, away from the children, or putting aside the responsibilities that you often have, the many responsibilities you often have with sort of rural life. So we want it to be special.
Shepherdess has a strong online presence, helping it to reach an even wider audience. Isolation can be a problem on many New Zealand farms, whether they're geographically remote or not.
One of the things that I probably found hard when we first were living here at the farm was finding my place. I had an idea in my head what it meant to be on a farm as a woman.
While the farms here aren't that far apart, I think in some ways the farming can be more isolating, because often it is single folk on one farm or smaller workforce on one farm. On the station in Western Queensland there was 30 people working, and we had 4 meals a day together. It's very social, and weekends are spent socialising together, and you drive 8 hours and go to a rodeo or a camp draft or something like that. But here I think the community is perhaps more fragmented and pulled different ways.
Real life events are also in the works after farming woman Tai Rafferty contacted Christy, who co-founded the Channel Country Ladies' Day in Queensland over a decade ago.
I'm Australian as well, and I picked up that she'd been involved in the Channel Country Ladies' Day. So I contacted her because I thought it'd be really cool to get it into New Zealand.
An organising committee was formed and the muster was born. The concept for the muster is based on the Channel Country event. COVID has pushed the inaugural muster out until next year. In the meantime, the muster roadie will bring pop-ups to the country. The East Coast, the first to get a taste of what to expect in the future.
Yeah, we thought take it to the back blocks, take it to places where people don't normally have anything coming to. I'm on the East Coast, which you can see behind me. This is the back of our farm, looking up to Mount Hikarangi. And it's really remote, right along the East Coast. It's really remote. People they have to drive so far to be able to do anything, and women need connections. So, you know, we thought, okay, let's take it out to the back blocks, you know, the little country hall or the woolshed or whatever it tends to be, take it to them.
It hasn't been decided where the first pop-up will be, but it will be remote.
We're not going to make the decision. We want, the muster committee want the ladies out in our community to make the decision. So we're after suggestions of where we can bring the muster roadie to.
The website and social media have all the information about how to get involved. Activities and stalls will range from arts to business and much, much more.
A lot of surprises, you know, that a lot of really cool stuff, a little bit of sexual stuff too. You know, we don't talk about, you know, our sexual lives and that sort of stuff. And, you know, it'd be nice to talk a bit more about it, be more open. Like in Australia, they've had belly dancing, and they've had talks around sexual health and also about women's health, you know, about mammograms and about, you know, getting your smears and all that sort of stuff. So there's a real health aspect and wellbeing aspect to it as well. The word exciting is in my brain all the time around this, because it hasn't been done in New Zealand. And, you know, I'm looking forward to actually seeing how it goes. And I think the buzz around the country is great about it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all comes together.
The Shepherdess magazine print version is published quarterly, while the multimedia content is available on the website and updated regularly. Georgie Ormond, Local Focus.